That was too good. Hey y'all, it's Cameron with a K, coming back to you guys with a new video. So if you don't know who I am, let me introduce myself very quickly. I am a licensed attorney as well as an influencer marketing consultant. I'm a content creator and a YouTuber. I love everything about social media, so I quit my 9-to-5 job working in employment litigation in 2020, and now I do everything creative full time as a content creator and a consultant and attorney. I primarily focus on helping influencers and my fellow creators with their contracts, with brand deals, and negotiating to make sure that we are making the money we deserve and the contracts are actually protecting us, because you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I have some information on how you can work with me down in the description box below, okay, period. So today, this is for the law students, baby. This is for the, matter of fact, this is for law students, lawyers, law schools, whoever wanna listen, because, how do I put this in a nice way? Law schools are getting it wrong. And don't take this to heart, but take some notes. You know what I'm saying? Jot a little note down.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine.
So remember, this is coming from someone who graduated in 2019 and is now 2023. And whenever you're watching this, my opinion may or may not have changed, or maybe it got more extreme. Who knows? I don't know. But the first reason that I think law schools are getting it wrong is because they put a heavy emphasis on big law. And even some schools focus only on litigation. So big law, litigation, and it's like there's other things out there. Transactional law, JD preferred jobs, etc. I get the strategy, right? On the back end, it's like, listen, okay, law schools, we very much get that high prestige level when we have our students that go off to these prestigious law firms and they do these amazing things in litigation and try these phenomenal cases. I get that, and go after it. If that's what you want to do, go after it, run after it. If you get the opportunity, listen up, y'all. If you get the opportunity to work in big law, to work at these prestigious law firms, these consulting firms, these high-end businesses, in-house, etc., do it. But just know you are not limited to that. You can be successful, you can make great money, you can have a successful career, and actually have work-life balance in other areas, okay? I think that there should be an emphasis on various areas of law, more heavily shown, showcased, and appreciated in law school and celebrated, because sometimes it feels like some of us that want to do other things going into law school or out of law school, it feels like we're the black sheep, or like we shouldn't be doing this. Like it feels like we're not as successful when some of us are making just as much or more money and also have that work-life balance a little bit more than some of the other people. Maybe we should put some emphasis on other areas. A little balance, shall we? Which actually leads me into the second reason that I think law schools are getting it wrong, which is there's just not enough resources on these other positions that are outside of just working at a law firm. I think a lot of us can relate, especially those pre-law students out there that may be watching, or even current law students, where it feels like the only successful job to get is the law firm. Like whatever size firm, just like go into a law firm. And let me tell y'all, I own a consulting firm. A lot of people think that I own a law firm. I don't. I decided to own a consulting firm. Some people say agency firm. There's, a lot of sites out there. But I decided to do the consulting firm route because I knew I wanted to consult versus to practice law on a continuous basis. I still keep my license up to date because I always say the right case, I'm gonna take it. I have no problem litigating. I'm not scared of the courtroom or anything like that. I just wanted to be a consultant in this arena, especially in the influencer marketing and social media area, because this industry is so new. The creator economy is so new. Still, despite what we think of us that are online, we're like, girl, it's been around, okay? But it's actually really, really new. So I love that I can consult in this area and use my experience, my knowledge, and be able to contribute to the industry in the way that I am and will continue to do so, period. For example, so like my law school, my alma mater, what I love about them is that when people come to them about social media, they contact me, and then we go to get lunch and we go to get coffee, and I can tell them about the amazing other attorneys and law firms that I know that are in this unique area as well, like Level Up Legal. I actually was speaking on a panel with them last week in New York. So y'all, there are just so many other resources and things that you can do getting a JD without just going to a law firm. The tea, this is coffee, but the tea is, once you have your JD, there's a level of knowledge and experience that you will always have that other people that did not go to law school and do not have a JD, they just won't have. That's like any industry, right? Like when you have that experience, you have that degree, you have that knowledge, there's something that you know and you can utilize, and you can use those skill sets in various different areas to level up and to put you in different rooms, right? I always get the question like, do I regret going to law school considering I'm not like actively practicing? Absolutely not. I use my JD, I use my law license in so many different ways. Just because it's not at a law firm or in a traditional way doesn't mean that it's not as valid or it's not as useful or it's not as beneficial or it's not as successful. So I think, again, law schools need to do a little bit better at providing those resources, setting up those seminars, those webinars, bringing in speakers of a variety of different backgrounds that aren't just doing a law firm job. Okay, the third one, y'all, might ruffle some feathers. No, just kidding. This should have been number one. It's no order. We need diversity in law schools. And I know what you're thinking, like, duh, Cameron, diversity and inclusion, like we need that in law schools, of course. Only 5%, 5% of licensed attorneys in the United States are Black. 5%. You can imagine how professors look in law schools. So not only do we need diversity in the students, we need diversity in the professors, in the staff, in the speakers, in the mentors, in the administration office. We need more diversity. And I'm not just talking about race, but that's definitely a factor, baby, because it ain't that many Black folk, and I'm a Black female, so what can I do but speak on my experience? We also need more women, right? We need more of a variety of different sexual orientations. We need a variety of different genders. We need everyone to see themselves. And I think that's so important to me because growing up, I didn't really see female lawyers, like, not for real, not where I'm like, oh my God, like, I see her being successful, and because I see someone that looks similar to me, I know it's possible. Like, I know I deserve to be in those rooms. I know that I can be in those rooms. There were so many times where I'm like, dang, who can I really go to as a professor if I have a specific issue about being a Black female? Who can I go to? So that's why I love like BALSA and having other Black female attorneys and other female attorneys in general to express my concern about like attire or hair or experiences that I'm sure we all of our backgrounds, no matter your race, no matter anything of those things, like there's those moments where it's like, oh my God, I really just want to ask like someone that's a little like me. Okay, y'all, so number 4, we'll do it. This one goes crazy. We need more practical experience. There's a saying that we all say like in the legal profession where it's like the LSAT doesn't prepare you to law school doesn't prepare you for the bar exam doesn't prepare you for practice. Why is that a saying that we like to say and that we stand by? Like, it's sick. Like, so we go through all of these things and none of it really correlates, but it does, right? We need more practical real life experience. A lot of law firms try to like cater to us as students. Like they're like, oh, the glitz and the glam. Like it's the great. Well, we love our office. Everything's great. And then when you start work there, you're like, oh, this is a shit show. Somebody get somebody else to do it. So send the students to get real experience. Show them the real, show them the late hours, show them the document that you messed up 3 times you had to send to your partner, or as a partner of the firm, show that you also make mistakes. Like, let's be real here. Like, let's keep it real. Like, be FFR. I will say I think social media has done a great job with that. Lawyers like myself and so many others online that are sharing that, even law students that are sharing that. Back in the day when I was, not me saying back in the day, oh my God. Seeing law students now in social media sharing their like classrooms and all that was not like it was back in the day. Because back when I was doing it, people were looking at me like I had 4 eyeballs on my head, okay? Like, why is she bringing this little camera around? But I think it was super beneficial for not only me, but to be able to go back and look at them, because I do rewatch some of my videos for inspiration, motivation, just to remember like where I came from, y'all. But also for so many of you guys that wanted to see how it really is, get that practical view of law school and law firm life at that. So I think we just need to do a little bit better job of like getting them actual skills that they can actually use, you know? All right, let me take a sip of coffee for this 5th one, because child, y'all not gonna like this. If you're a 3rd year law student, you're going to be literally screaming and clapping when I say this. Clapping, it's a celebration. The 5th reason I think law schools are getting it wrong. It's too long, baby. Why is we here for 3 years? It's too long. The only reason I would say 3 years makes sense is if that 3rd year was your practical experience year. No classes, all you do is get real life experience. The clinics, the working the law firms, whatever the case may be, it was just a practical experience year and you're prepping for the bar. That makes sense. But having classes your 3rd year goes crazy, way too long. Like, unless that 3rd year again is like practical or all you're doing is focused on like about to take the bar exam. I think that makes sense. Aside from that, I think y'all just want to waste all little time and take all little money. We've been in school so long, 3 years is crazy. Okay, but I literally want to know down in the comment section below if anybody else feels me on any of these reasons. Let me know if you guys have some more reasons as to why you think law schools are getting it wrong. Okay, we're not saying like getting it wrong like you're wrong, but I mean like, you know, getting it wrong. I've talked y'all ear off enough for today. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't be afraid to share this with your friends, family, and law schools and law students. And also don't ever hesitate to reach out to me if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about my journey, about my law practice, etc. I would love to kiki and chit chat about it. So, oh, and if you don't know, you're about to find out. I always end my videos with an affirmation. So if you did make it this far in the video, comment below, I am willing to live my life in new, exciting, and aligned ways. Alignment. That's very fitting for this video because do not put yourself in a box. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna run that back one time for the one time. If you did make it this far in the video, comment below, I am willing to live my life in new, exciting, and aligned ways. Ooh, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Later.